penis. Penis.
Actually, that's how it should start. Penis. Hi there, people.
Yoo-hoo. Hello, anyone out there who is listening. This is the Witch Finger Horror Podcast with Morgan.
Hello.
Megan.
Hello.
And myself, Yasmina. And for tonight's episode, we are watching Mystics. Is it in? It's in Bali,
Yeah,
right?
Mystics in Bali.
Mystics in Bali. This movie came out in 1981, directed by H. Tajut Djali. Based on a novel.
Nailed it.
It is Indonesian and considered actually the first true Indonesian horror film aimed at a Western audience. So this is the first Indonesian movie that we all know of that it was in the horror genre.
For sure. This movie has quite a reputation on the internet too. Like anything that I've seen online talking about like bad movies and that sort of thing. It's in a lot of
status.
Yeah. It's in a lot of lists for not so good. But that's why we're watching it, because that's what we do.
That's exactly
we
what
shine
do.
that
We've
shit.
Always done that. We love watching bad movies because they're fun. I mean, I love, yes, a movie will be terrible, and I get excited about it.
Yeah.
Because terrible movies are fun to watch.
Exactly.
They're hilarious, and I've always heard about this one being one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah.
It's on a list. I found a list on Wikipedia, a few days ago that was, the top movies, worst movies ever made, and it's on the list. I don't remember what else was on the list, but probably
TerraVision
was probably on that.
Blood Diner? Was Blood Diner on there?
No, I did not mind
I liked Blood Diner. I didn't like
actually,
TerraVision either, though.
TerraVision, I don't think I'll ever watch again.
No.
I think watching it once was enough, but
we might have to do it for
I
the
like
show.
The campy.
I know.
How campy
It's
it was.
it's one of those movies where it's shot in a studio, so they didn't have to go out in public. Even when they're outside of the house, you can see the green screen.
It's a set, yeah.
It's a set, and those are fun and campy, but yeah, you definitely can't watch that sober.
Well, that's why we have our special fun juice with us.
Fun juice, a very important part of this podcast.
Yeah.
We've got some beer, we've got some wine.
Yes, getting drunk and watching movies. It's got some black magic, succubus kind of undertones going on, so we'll see.
Mystics of Bali. Yes? Did I nail that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Virgin. So
Okay,
this will be good.
Me and Morgan have done research on this movie, so we've heard of it, seen clips.
Wait, you guys haven't seen it?
No.
No.
Seen it, but
Actually,
we've seen
it was
clips.
your
We've seen
brother, Yasmina, that I thought brought it
That's
to
true.
our
Yeah,
attention.
because he follows another YouTube page. I can't remember what they're called. I'll get their name after, but they did a review on it, and he was the one that told me about it, through the YouTube page. I'll find the name later, but anyways, this is exciting because Megan has absolutely no knowledge on this whatsoever. So,
I was just about to look it up. I'm not going to.
yeah. I like that, actually, that you have, no idea, anything about this movie.
Yeah.
At least we've seen clips of it, so it'll be more shocking for you.
Yeah. It is
more pleasing for
It's
us.
pretty hard to find as well. I remember it was maybe a few weeks ago, Yasmina and I were texting, and we were, talking about maybe doing this movie for the podcast, and, I went online and, tried to, scrape the bowels of the internet to try to actually find a copy.
Found it.
And I actually did find a copy. Strangely enough, it's on archive.org.
Yeah, and I also found that same link in the Indonesia subreddit. Somebody posted the full movie link on the Indonesia subreddit, and then there's all these comments of people sharing their stories about the movie. But yeah, let's give her. And we're beginning the movie, and there's some voodoo happening already.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Makes me want to shake some bones and dance with a snake, maybe.
Voodoo.
Yeah.
That's a reference.
I would say that's pretty traditional, though. Look at the fingers. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got some spooky masks happening.
There is some voodoo in this. I love.
Well, I think voodoo is not really, I wouldn't say, an Indonesian thing. It's more of a.
This is more like black magic.
This is. Because it's supposed to be some sort of, like, mystical, like, creature, right? The Liak? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so basically, I think that the movie was actually supposed to be called Liak, but the movie is actually based on a true folklore in Bali. It's
awesome.
like about a mythical figure called a Liak, and it takes shape in the form of a flying head with entrails intact. So it's like flying head, and it still has like a
Disembodied
heart,
head!
lungs, and intestines and everything floating around. And out of the clips that I did see, it's like you can see the string. Like,
Oh my god.
So basically, like in Bali, this legend of the Liak is said to roam around looking for pregnant women in order to suck their baby's blood or newborn baby. And in Indonesia, Liaks are people who practice black magic and are known to be cannibalistic.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So, and I did a little bit of research on that, and there's still people in Indonesia who are considered Liaks. Like, they still practice black magic, and a lot of, like, on that Reddit comment thread, like, there was like a guy who's from Bali who spoke about like his aunt being one of like the witches, I guess, like
interesting.
one of the Liaks. So he broadened our knowledge and with a interesting story, but yeah.
Oh, voodoo. Okay, so there is some voodoo.
Voodoo.
The overdubbing is amazing, P.S.
I'd like to mention that voodoo reference is from Holliston when Tony Todd was on it, and that was like the funniest thing ever. If anyone watches Holliston, the episode with Tony Todd is incredible because he like picks up a voodoo stick with like the skull on top of it, and he basically is tricking Adam Green into thinking that he's serious. And
Oh God.
he picks up the stick.
I
and
would be
just, like,
terrified.
shakes it in his face, and he goes voodoo. He's like, "Nah, man, I'm just playing with ya."
Oh my god. So we got some traditional dances happening here. We got some traditional 80s hairstyles happening in the background too.
Like,
Yeah, traditional porn stash, yes.
yeah.
I wonder if the director ended up doing anything after this.
You know, I tried to actually find some information on the director online. He has no Wikipedia page. He has like very, very little information about him online.
Well then.
So maybe this is his opus. This is it.
Yeah, like this is all he wanted to do. He's like, well, I'm done. Peace out.
Yeah, back to obscurity. It's interesting. I find it like like just the scene here where they're doing like a dance and a ceremony. It's kind of reminiscent of the like Chinese like dragon kind of ceremony stuff that they do, the dragon dance.
Holy fuck. So the director was born in 1932.
Whoa!
And this movie came out in 81?
Yeah, so this is the second movie that he's done.
Oh,
And the
he looks
first
like he has a lot of
yeah,
movies.
he actually has
Yeah.
a lot of movies that he's done, mainly in Indonesian.
Did that say Lady Terminator?
Satan's Bed?
Yeah.
He has a movie called Satan's Bed.
Okay, well, maybe we should get that.
Yeah.
So this is the second movie that he's done. He's directed 16. The last movie, I guess, he directed was in 95.
Oh my
I'm
god,
assuming
this
he's
dubbing
dead.
is ridiculous.
I know.
Property of Notre Dame.
Okay, so I think what's happening here is this white woman here is hanging out in Indonesia,
Oh shit.
and there's like a witch in the trees, like
Dexter.
She's watching.
creeping on
She's
her.
creeping.
But yeah, so I think this white woman is doing research
On voodoo.
on voodoo or on the Liak, and she's asking this guy to help her with the D.
She's gonna suck his dick.
Yup.
Okay, so Lady Terminator looks amazing.
Is
We
that
should
one of his
probably
movies?
fucking
Yeah, Lady
watch
Terminator.
No, it's
Terminator.
not.
Yeah.
Really?
And Lady Terminator came out in 89.
Lady Terminator.
I wonder if it's like a lady Terminator or if it's someone who terminates ladies.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It came out between the first Terminator
Yeah.
with
So I
Arnold
bet you it's
and
not
the second
derivative
one.
at all.
I'm gonna look up that other movie. Not Deathbed.
Satan's Bed.
Satan's Bed.
Satan's Bed, the sequel to Deathbed. I found Deathbed
Did you really?
on DVD somewhere, like in
Oh.
my searches. Have you heard of Deathbed?
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
of Deathbed.
Holy fuck. It became famous after, like, Patton Oswalt, like, made fun of it and a stand-up routine that he did. And ever since then, like, everyone online has been like talking about this movie, and like the full movie is on YouTube. Me and my brother tried to watch it once. It's so bad.
Nice.
Like the bed basically obviously eats people and sucks people into the mattress, and all you see that comes out is like a light and fog.
Oh,
So it's not like a Nightmare on Elm Street
That's what I was
situation
totally
where Johnny
picturing.
Depp gets like sucked in and like blood.
Because that's the
gushes
best
out.
scene
Did you
ever.
know that there's actually like a whole thing about that scene where nobody really knows how he dies?
What?
What do you mean?
Well, okay,
Explain
so he
yourself.
gets sucked into the bed.
Oh, yeah,
and
but
then the next thing you see is
it's
blood
like
gushing
the most
Yeah.
out.
blood ever.
But then how did he die?
Oh, not to mention when his mom finds him, his body's intact in the waterbed.
No, that's
Oh, that's from a different nightmare.
that's a different nightmare.
That is a different nightmare.
Yeah,
I just want to
okay.
point out that
That's the one
they're
where he's like having like the wet dream.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
they're having like a romantic thing happening in the jungle, and there's like
Skulls.
human skulls surrounding them.
I mean, how romantic.
Yeah,
would
I was gonna
have
say, yeah,
skulls
you know
around
what?
My bed when I'm fucking.
Exactly. If I met a guy who was like, "Let me take you to this special place, baby," and then there was a bunch of human skulls, yeah,
Panty dropper.
I'd go.
Panty dropper.
Yeah.
So I want someone to die soon. Whoa.
Big
I
news.
bet
Oh,
you
he
did.
brought
I
some
fucking
big news.
Yeah.
The liac is actually in his pants.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll see him soon.
It comes out of his butt.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so the director looks like a very scary looking man.
He looks like Tut's mummy.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, it's actually
Yeah,
Tut.
sandwich.
Is he like protecting her from rain and lightning?
Yeah.
He's like holding her
lame
next
as
to a
fuck.
tree like it's just fucking rain.
I'm also pretty sure that hiding under a large tree in a lightning storm is probably not the best idea.
Yeah. Unless it's voodoo rain.
Yeah.
It could
Oh
be
no,
voodoo
there
rain.
is. There's some voodoo rain happening.
Dude, her
And
shirt is
I was gonna say,
just
yeah.
thinking that her shirt is amazing. The yellow shirt with
Yeah.
the green
Look at
and
those
pink and
tits,
purple.
too.
And the fact that she's not wearing a bra
Squares.
and you can see her nipples through it because it's totally wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so was it you that was saying that apparently, or maybe I don't know if I did this research online, but that woman, the white woman in the movie, she was actually just vacationing in Indonesia, and
What?
they asked her to be in the movie.
Really? And she spoke the
Yeah.
language. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she was just there vacationing, and then they were like, "Hey, a white person, do you want to?"
Oh my god, you guys.
Holy shit! Oh, look at her fucking
Oh god, this is amazing.
huge nails.
Henrietta.
So we've got some Henrietta action here.
That laugh is so awesome.
I like how she's just laughing in the woods. Like,
That's
did
sweet.
you have,
That looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna go to the woods and have some creepy,
looks like there's, like-
busted-ass nails and be like,
actually, that would be a great Halloween costume.
yeah. No one would know what it is
No.
except for us and my brother.
She looks like she has entrails hanging from her neck.
Entrails hanging from her nails. She's got some fucking crazy nails.
Oh yeah. How would you wipe your butt with those nails?
You would have to have somebody do it. For
Yeah,
you.
that's what I always wonder. You know,
Yeah.
when you get when women get the long nails.
curly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just like,
Or use your nails to wipe your butt.
Yeah.
I guess. Like, there's a creepy woman in the woods laughing. Let's go talk to her.
yeah. Is that Yoda?
Yeah, she sounds like Yoda.
What is your
She's like a mix
business?
between Yoda and a Skeksis.
Yeah.
Are you a gelfling?
What is your favorite color?
Blue, no green.
Sounds like the Crypt Keeper.
I think she's wearing gloves with those nails
Yeah.
on.
I bet you they added at least 10 minutes extra footage to this movie just for the laughter.
Yeah, I know.
Like, without it, it would be 10 minutes shorter.
Yeah, and to confirm that black magic makes you very happy.
I think she buys her wigs at the same place that Gene Simmons buys his
Oh yeah.
Halloween shop.
Gene Simmons wears a wig?
Oh, yeah.
No.
You don't think that hair is like a fucking helmet?
Show, and when he's walking around his house, it's like the same hair. Maybe he wears it like when he gets up in the morning.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It
It's
looks
like-
it looks fake to me. It's a little too bouffant, you know. It's, yeah. Oh my god! She
Okay,
just
so she shook her hand. Her hand came off. That's awesome. I like that awesome CGI.
yeah. It's a little bit of Evil Dead stuff happening there with the hand crawling around. Oh my god! What is that? Oh!
Okay, so is that like her tongue coming out of the fucking bushes?
Oh wow! A
And it's,
really
like,
long
glowing
serpent tongue.
with lasers.
Yeah.
And taking diamonds out of her hand.
She actually
That's
just
the
like
payment, I guess,
yeah.
for learning black magic.
it's like that tongue in Dolly Dearest.
Oh
it's
my
like
God,
a pepperoni
it's
stick.
a pepperoni stick.
A pepperoni stick just came out of the woods.
And
The
tongue
pepperoni
is
stick is
drinking
in there, drinking the, drinking,
Sense.
drinking all the sauces.
Ugh, delicious.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh, she's asking that bitch to take off her clothes. Rape is gonna happen.
Oh,
Tongue in the vag. Tongue in the vag.
oh yeah. Actually, that tongue, yeah, could do some
okay.
damage.
I can just imagine them like filming this scene when they're in the forest, like, because somebody is obviously like just like it's like a stick,
Yeah.
like that's like got this fake tongue at the end of it, and the director's probably
Yes,
like,
that's exactly
Yeah.
what's gonna... Oh.
With your pancake ass.
like just stand there and pretend like this tongue is talking to you.
Also, I just. Oh my god, she's giving her a tattoo.
Okay, so the tongue now has diamonds on it. It's like a snake.
Well, those were the
tongue.
diamonds I think that
That she
they.
grabbed from her
Yeah, they
hand.
gave them.
And she's branded her on her thigh.
Who did the overdubs for this, I wonder?
Yoda.
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 So the first time they met her, she was like this ugly witch, and they're like back to meet her, and they just met a tongue coming out of the fucking
Yeah.
bushes. So when this movie first got released, it was floating around on VHS for years until the company Mondo Macabro released it on 2003 on DVD, but then it became deleted. Probably because no one bought it. So then it got re-released in 2009 with an HD transfer, probably because of like people talking about it on the internet, like gaining like a cult status and all that stuff. But I wanted to see how much it was going for on Amazon, and one copy, the 2007 copy, is only like $36 Canadian on Amazon, but for some reason the original copy, like from 1989, is going for $167
Wow.
That's
on
awesome.
Amazon. I was like, what?
Well, if it's the original VHS, it's yeah, I could see why. They probably didn't make very many copies, right? It's probably
Yeah.
pretty rare.
There's offers on it. It says like people have offered like $120 for it.
Wow.
Who are those people?
I would like people like us.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
Look at those nips. You could hang like 10 CDs off them. Could you imagine like going on vacation in Bali and then being approached by someone and being like, "Hey, do you want to like waste the next like 3 weeks and like be in a movie or something?"
I'd be like,
And you're just
sure.
like, "Okay."
I'd fucking do it.
I'm sure she thought it was gonna be much more glamorous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I don't know though. You saw what the director looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You get approached by Tut's fucking mummy
Yeah.
to like be a star in a movie.
Okay,
So
so
it was-
she's like asking him to inspect her tattoo.
tattoo?
That the diamond tongue gave her, and it seems to have changed.
Oh, did it get bigger, or
I
did they
think
just
it
paint
did.
it on differently the next
Yeah.
day?
I think it got bigger.
Oh. I'm just wondering why she can't just look at the fucking tattoo herself.
There's a fucking mirror right
It's
there.
on her goddamn leg,
Lazy bitch.
and it's pretty fucking big.
This scene, the way the camera angle right now is like the start of a porn movie.
Oh, totally,
Yeah, she just,
totally.
They just wanted to shoot her in a bikini.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Crypt Keeper laugh.
I know
is
that
back.
is
Oh, she's
such a
coming.
Crypt Keeper laugh. By the way,
Yeah, so the new Tales from the Crypt.
travesty that the
Okay,
Crypt Keeper is not even
no,
going to
he
be a
is
part
No,
of.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
really?
I read
Okay,
that.
so it's gonna
Are they
be...
dusting off the puppet, or are they
No,
gonna
they can't,
create a new
because
one?
HBO owns the Crypt Keeper image.
Oh!
They can't use
What?
that
There
exact
it
image.
is.
Her face looks like dog food.
But like as far as I know, it's not gonna be like every episode is gonna be like a new story.
Oh, it's gonna be a story.
It's gonna be like a storyline.
Oh, you know what? I don't have high hopes for it. I don't have high hopes
that's
for
what I
it.
love about Creep Show and Tales from the
I
Crypt.
just like short
and the Friday
stories.
13th TV show. It's like every episode is like a new story. Like that's the anthology is what makes them epic.
Well, like
that. It's
Outer
changes
Limits
it
and
up a
Twilight
little
Yeah,
Zone and
bit.
all
totally,
that shit.
totally.
Alfred Hitchcock Presents and
Yeah,
all that.
it's
Oh, I
classic.
know.
I think that
Look at this. Look at this.
with
picture.
the popularity of stuff like American Horror Story and stuff like that, like that's what they're going for. And
Yeah, I
personally, to
know.
me, like that show, I think is garbage. Like It never went anywhere. Anytime I ever tried to watch it,
I
was really disappointed, and I think that's probably the sort of idea that they're going for, because a lot of people do enjoy that kind of shit.
Because it's very popular right now, but like out of everyone that I've talked to who are horror fans, and I mention American Horror Story, like everybody I know loves Coven. Like Coven is the best fucking season.
I really like the first one too because I love haunted houses.
Yeah,
and the first
I haven't
one
seen the new one.
I liked the first season because I loved the Gimp. But
the first one's amazing.
Fuck, there was nothing else that
season.
It didn't go anywhere. None of them did. I've watched all of them, and I was just like, this makes no sense. They're just making shit. It seems like they just made shit up as they went along. Horrible.
Freak terrible. It was brutal. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't even get beyond.
It was terrible. But Coven, I loved Coven. Like especially the segment. The opening segment, like the credits or whatever, the opening fucking segment was like a 9 Inch Nails video. Like, so
that was pretty cool.
Evil.
So I think something's about to happen here.
Okay, so there's some sort of initiation thing happening here with the witch, who actually does have a more grotesque face than I thought.
She looks like Skeletor from the movie.
Yeah, she does actually. You're completely right about that.
I love that Skeletor.
Yeah.
I know Masters of the Universe gets such a bad rep, but
no, it's the best
Frank
movie ever.
Langella as Skeletor is fucking badass. His makeup, the makeup job that they did on him, I was obsessed
and his
with
mannerisms too,
kid.
like with his cape, and he's like flinging his cape
and
everywhere.
Evelyn too, like Meg Foster.
She's amazing.
Playing Evelyn, gorgeous. But yeah, Skeletor in Masters of the Universe, like, is the most badass fucking face.
Agreed.
I loved
so evil.
And Beastman, all
that
the
movie.
bad characters were good. Like Beastman was good.
I thought
I loved him.
Beastman was kind of like a furry, like teddy bear.
Yeah, he was
like
corny. No, he had
evil
big teeth though. He had big teeth. But I just like the way he moved. Like I love the mannerisms of all of the evil characters.
It's been such a long time since I've seen that movie, but
dude,
I actually
I've seen
one
that
of
movie
my
a lot.
disturbingly one of my earliest memories in life actually was because when I was a child, I was obsessed with He-Man. Like I fucking was He-Man when I lived in Edmonton. And one of my earliest memories is actually my mom took me to see that movie. And what year did it come out?
I want to say
Was
86.
it 85, 86? I was probably 4 years old. I remember
It came out in 87.
Okay, so I was 5. So I remember being so excited, going to the movie theater with my mom taking me and just being like, fucking He-Man!
Yeah.
Just fucking losing my shit.
Well, the only thing that pisses me off is about Masters of the Universe is like the guy who played Blade had like the Blade helmet, and he didn't get killed off right away, and his character was the cheesiest. Like he was not badass at all. Karg, like the little guy,
he
Karg,
was terrifying. There's some shit going down right now. He
was so fucking scary.
Yeah. Okay, so right now I think she's been initiated into the Liak.
They did a dance.
It looks like she's growing a pig head. Yes. She is transformed, and they're pigs
oh my
now.
Goodness. Okay,
this has become something.
Pigs.
Okay, this has become.
This is like some Willow shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember when they turned into pigs?
Yeah.
On Willow. That part fucked with my mind when I was a kid because I thought Val Kilmer was so hot in that movie.
And then you're like, what the fuck?
Into a pig, I was like, ew. Sorry to go back to Masters of the Universe because I fucking love Dolph Lundgren and I love that movie. Another thing I hate about that movie still is Saurod, like the lizard guy. He gets killed off first out of all the minions, and the makeup job on him was the best out of.
And again,
all
I just
of the
love his
villains.
mannerisms. Like he was such a lizard, just
I
like
know.
with his
and
head.
Like even like the effect that they used on his throat when he's like breathing through his throat like
really
a frog.
Cool. Oh,
and then
it puffs out.
And then when they defy Skeletor and they don't
he gets,
fucking
like,
they don't
or whatever.
capture. Yeah, they fucking zap him and kill him off. But Blade lives. That fucking cheesy metal fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a pussy.
Like, come on.
He's a pussy for sure.
I'm sure the special effects team were probably pretty pissed off about that because they put so much work into his makeup and then they killed him off right away and kept Mr. Blade. Not into that. But yeah, no, I fucking Dolph Lundgren smoking hot in that movie. I know you disagree. You agree.
Oh, I fucking agree. You disagree? I didn't even need to say I agree.
His face is a little too. angular for my.
I love it. Yeah, him in
that defined jawbone.
Masters of the Universe and Universal Soldier and Rocky.
Rocky,
his
face in Rocky.
Oh my god.
Could cut fucking glass.
Yeah, he could fucking cut glass with his
It's too
face.
hot. You know
And
what else
his
is
penis.
crazy? The fact that he's a
Diamond
fucking
dick.
genius is the hottest
Oh,
thing.
that's impressive for
He's
sure.
got a degree
His
in
TED
physics,
Talks.
right?
If you ever watched his TED Talks,
No.
he is so well spoken.
Oh, that's
I
wonderful.
haven't. I should watch
He's done
that.
a few TED Talks and they're brilliant.
Now we're gonna look up Dolph Lundgren porn. We've stopped watching Mystics in Bali, and
You
now
wanna know
we're
why?
looking.
Because no one's fucking dying.
I know that's true.
Where's
you know
the floating head?
the pig shit got pretty weird.
Yeah, that was some Willow shit. That
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Well, this guy's wearing white pants, so that, like, I don't know, I hate white pants.
Oh, me too.
This is the true horror of the whole movie.
White pants. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. The color of pant color is a deal breaker for me.
Pant color?
Yes.
Oh, I know. I know
Yes.
you very well. Pant color is a deal breaker
I
for
told you that, didn't I?
White and red.
Yeah.
And purple pants.
I can't
Don't
do it.
even approach Morgan if you are wearing those colored pants.
I feel like this chick has a snake in her hair. Hold on. Look, what is that? A poo? Is that a poo coil?
It actually
so-
looks
yeah,
like
that
one of
looks
those.
like a
It's a
poo coil.
Spencer's poo coil. But yeah, so red pants.
So she
not good.
transformed into a pig. Now she's being human and it has a pig. Not pig. Well, I guess it
It
could be
kind
a
of.
pigtail.
It looks like a
right?
pigtail. Yeah,
Or
kind
a
of.
poo coil on her in her hair.
Y'all got
That's
fake.
like the ugliest fucking hair braid I've ever seen in my
Y'all
life.
got fake poo.
Every time this guy is around her, he has the rapiest vibe ever.
Yeah, it's the mustache.
He's always touching
It's the
her and
mustache.
leaning over her.
Because he wants to bang.
Okay, well, this movie has a 5.8 score on IMDb.
Which is actually kind
Which
of
is
shocking.
actually very shocking.
Yeah.
And
That's not
also,
bad.
That's
on-
pretty good, yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 34%.
That's
There
awesome.
are a lot of movies that I've seen that have way less
Yeah.
score than that are better than this.
I wonder if can you look up on Rotten Tomatoes movies by score? Because I would like to look up 0% movies and see like
Yeah, I think-
what they have.
Oh my god.
And
I think that'd be interesting. Like, is there any?
Oh, the
movies-
X Files are everywhere.
The X-Files tomorrow.
Have you been watching the new series?
It starts tomorrow.
Oh, it starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the time this episode airs, it will have started.
Yes.
And then we can talk more about it.
Sweet.
Fuck, I'm so excited about X-Files. David Duchovny still would.
Would even more
Would
now.
even-
Yeah, actually, he does. He
Have
looks
you
pretty
seen
good. Oh, look
California?
at how fat Marilyn Manson looks.
Oh, don't look at him. Don't look at
Have
him.
you
Have you seen how everyone's like he looks like Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, he's
Oh my God!
morphing into
Why
Nicolas
is everyone
Cage.
saying that? I don't
'Cause
think
he
they
looks-
look
I
alike.
do.
He's
I do.
totally morphing into
Yes, he
Nicolas
is.
Cage.
Oh.
He is. He's got
Agreed.
like
They're
the.
friends, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they're
I
friends.
would not be surprised.
I actually read something somewhere today about the X Files miniseries that's coming out, where they actually, shockingly enough, offered Gillian Anderson half of what David Duchovny was
It's not
getting.
shocking. It's not shocking.
Well, I mean, it's
I'm
not
fucking
shocking.
Not surprised.
Well, but that's
Bastards.
because the industry is a fucking pile of shit.
The
and
industry is sexist.
yeah, completely sexist. Well, the music industry certainly is.
Absolutely.
And me. Oh, and here it comes. All right, she's a Liak now, and
All right.
her head is floating.
She's
and
got some intestines, lungs, a heart hanging from her head.
I think basically it's like the same idea as a zombie,
Oh,
Wow.
where she does her bidding.
I
So-
love the way she just floated away and that zoom noise.
It was like,
It was like so like there's a woman in labor and a floating head.
okay, why is there rocket noises? That's what I want to know. What?
Okay, so a head with entrails is strong enough to push a woman
To smash
out
a
of
woman
window.
through, yeah. Oh, here
and
we
she's
go.
About to.
Drag her entrails.
It looks like she's just eating her out.
Yeah. She just ate, like, 9 months pregnant right there. That's a lot of baby. That's like
Fuck, man! I just went through all of that.
8 pounds, probably. Oh my god.
see ya.
I like how the entrails just fucking, like,
They smashed on the side of the
way
window.
out.
Oh
Peace
my
out.
god.
See ya.
What is she dead now?
So, but it just sucks the the baby's blood, right? So why is the pregnant woman dead?
I don't think she's dead. I just think she's
in
like,
shock.
what in the actual fuck just happened?
I like how they just put the black tar like makeup on her just
The witch's
her front
face, yeah.
teeth. What happens to her body when the head is floating around?
I think it just stays
hangs
there.
out
Yeah.
It just hangs out.
Yeah.
Like it plays like PlayStation.
Goes for a jog. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so anybody who's listening right now should probably go to the Djibouti Dubs YouTube page and watch the Sticky Buddy video. Enough said.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow.
Okay, seriously though, the laughter actually probably did add at least 15 minutes to this movie.
Mm-hmm. What is happening?
I don't know, they're just sort of turning...
Oh, is she transferring her old age to the white girl?
Oh!
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Do you mean she's transferring the putty to her face?
To her face. And her, like, snake tongue.
Yeah. Oh!
What the fuck?
Wow, okay,
What
so
is
there's
happening?
some
Okay,
botched
so
plastic surgery
Her,
happening
like,
here.
lips just became giant. Like a butt cheek is on her fucking mouth.
It looks like the fucking beast from, is it Black Roses?
Oh my god, I love that movie.
I
Did
think
you know
she's a
they filmed that
serpent.
movie in Dundas?
No, they did not.
In Dundas, Ontario.
Really?
Oh,
she
my
puked up a
God,
rat.
She, like,
And maybe
barfed out
there might be a
bile
chickpea or
and
two in
mouse.
there.
More mice. Oh, yeah, 'cause she's
Puking
a
up
snake,
rats. Oh,
right?
yeah, okay.
Oh,
she's
that makes sense.
out
You
eating
are
rodents.
smart. She's a snake lady, so she ate mice.
Not concerned that she just barfed up live mice.
Okay, so I just want to bring up the Goosebumps movie. Have you seen it, Morgan?
No.
Did you read the books when you were a kid, or watch the TV show?
I never
on
watched the
Instagram?
television show. I've
The
seen...
Masks?
I think I've definitely read a few of the books. I was never...
I think, like-
that invested in it, but
Yeah,
I'm
because,
aware.
I think, we were a tad bit old, like, when the TV show and the books came out, like, because in our age group, it was more like the Fear Street books were our generation.
Yeah.
But
I did read a few of them.
I did read a few of the Goosebumps books, so watching the movie was amazing.
Yeah.
I think it was such a great experience because they actually incorporate all of the most popular books
Really?
in the movie. right?
Really?
And so we watched it recently, and it's really, really good. But the one book, an episode of the show that stuck out to me the most was The Haunted Mask, and everybody fucking agreed with that. But it was the only thing that was not really included
No, it
in
was
the movie.
bullshit.
Everybody was fucking pissed off that it wasn't included, but I just recently found out that it is apparently in the movie, but they made it look a little new-ish, and it's in the scene where they're outside of the high school,
Yeah.
where all the monsters gather to, like, invade and, like, attack the high school, and apparently it's in there. But
How are people going to get the
I
reference if
think
you've changed
that
it?
out of all of the books, that is, like, obviously the ventriloquist dummy and
The ventriloquist dummy one, yeah.
yeah,
I
that
remember
one,
that.
he's a very prominent character in the movie, but the Haunted Mask, like, should have been way more prominent, I think. And, like, but apparently it's in a scene, one scene. That's bullshit. I loved the movie. It was very nostalgic. Jack Black was hilarious in it. It was very campy feeling and, like, took me back to, like, you know, like, wanting to, like, go back and, like, reading the books again, but I was so mad that the Haunted Mask wasn't, like, a prominent character.
It's weird.
I know. But it still made me want to go back and read all the Fear Street
Yeah,
books.
and you
So
went
I'm
and bought them
totally
recently,
fucking
yeah.
reading the Fear Street books again. That would be awesome if they made a Fear Street movie.
I'm sure that if
That would be
Goosebumps did
awesome.
all right, then...
Yeah, it's great. You should watch it, honestly.
Yeah,
like, if
I'll
you
check it out.
Remember any of the books or the TV show, like, or the show,
Mm-hmm.
you'll like it. I loved
good.
it. I thought it was awesome.
I'll have to check it out. I do remember reading them. It was always, like, you know, the book that you checked out of the library that you, like, had to read, and because it was easy. I was reading a lot of books about serial killers.
No, you know what else
Yeah.
was really good? I remember I must have been grade 4, because I remember the classroom, and we had to do a book report, and there's, like, not very well known, but there are Nightmare on Elm Street novels, and I did a book report on one of them.
No, you did
And it
not.
was so gross, and I drew out, like, on a thing, because it was, like, based in one house, but not the Elm Street house, it was a different house. and like I drew a map of where all the murders happened and like pinpoint there was a murder on the stairs and someone was killed in this room, and my teacher was like, "That's great, thank you very much." But look them up because they were great fucking reads.
Really?
I had no idea.
So good, those books.
Nightmare on
so
Elm
good.
Street. Like, were they like short novels or?
Well, they were the novels the size of the Fear Street books.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're geared towards young
Yep,
teens
like-
or whatever, right?
It's very interesting.
I need to fucking find the Nightmare on Elm Street TV show.
Oh, Mercedes, I know she has a few episodes.
I know she has a few on
Yeah, on VHS.
That's the only way that you can find them.
Yeah.
Is on VHS. They never
made them on DVD.
Yeah.
And
I want them so badly. I think Brad Pitt is in an episode.
I would not be
Are you-
surprised.
Yeah,
kidding me?
I'm serious. Like, I'm pretty sure that Brad Pitt is in an episode. Okay, what is the name of the Freddy's Nightmares? That's what it's called, right? The TV show?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was doing.
Oh, Jeffrey Combs is in an episode of Freddy's Nightmares. I love him. I saw him at Reanimator. I saw him
yeah.
at Fan Expo, and I was like, oh, he was in Deep Space Nine, I think, and Next Generation.
Aw.
Nice.
I love him. He is so cute. Okay, so apparently you can get Freddy's Nightmares on DVD on Amazon for $170. I'm sure I can find it on VHS. I like how the witch voodoo lady looks all young, but still has that creepy old voice.
She still talks like this. Oh, thank you.
That was fucking good.
Okay, so I don't really know a lot about Indonesian horror. Like, obviously, like, we love horror movies, and, like, there's a lot of Japanese horror movies that
absolutely.
we admire, like Itchy
Yep.
the Killer and Audition
Oh, shit.
and everything. But speaking about, like, Indonesian horror, like, this is considered, like, one of, like, the most, like, notable, like, first horror films, like, aimed at a Western audience. But I don't really know, like, I don't really know, like, a lot of Indonesian horror. Like, there are a lot of horror movies made in the country, but the one that I know the most is the segment from VHS 2, the Safe Haven.
Oh, yep,
The one that was, like, pretty much like a Jim Jones segment. Have you seen that, Megan?
Is that the one where the devil comes out of that girl's stomach?
Yeah. Yeah. And so that, I think, like, that was directed by Gareth Evans and like Timo Tjahjanto, and they both wrote it. But I really loved the first story on the first VHS movie. That was like the girl, she was acting really weird, and then she was actually like a demon, and like wings came out of her. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, but like that, the Safe Haven story from the second VHS is probably like the best one out of the entire series.
That was
It's
a really
so
great story.
fucking creepy, and it's so good, and it's such a, like a Jim Jones feature where like they had like a cult leader, and like the guy Gareth Evans who directed that and wrote that also did the ABCs of Death, the letter L for libido. That was the one where like they like were tied to a chair. They
I
had to
hated
jerk
that.
off. Really?
I fucking hated that
Well,
one.
I thought it was like
and it was just
shock.
scenes.
It was like shocking.
It was scenes of her going like, ugh, and like bubbles or like.
Yeah, but like,
I
and
hated
then
that.
do you remember this? Like, there's the one part in the scene where like, have you seen the ABCs of Death?
I watched the ABCs
Morgan?
of Death, yeah.
Okay, do you remember like the part where like there was like two,
trying
like
to
there was
think.
like a guy like tied to a chair, and they had to like a naked woman would come up like appear in front of them.
Oh,
and they
yes!
had to
Oh,
jerk off.
yes!
The
I
same
totally
guy.
remember that
The
one.
same guy.
Oh my god, I loved
did.
that one.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you know what I was picturing? Do you remember the one? And it was so artsy fartsy. That's
Yes.
what I was gonna say. And you and I both hated it.
Yeah, I hated that.
That was
one.
orgasm,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, that was orgasm.
Okay.
No,
okay.
this
no,
one,
libido was awesome.
Yeah, no,
Never
libido
mind. I
was the
take it
one
back.
where
I
there
take
was
it
like the two guys that were strapped to the chair, and like they would like something would happen in front of them. So it was like a
Yep.
naked girl like
I
jerking
remember
off,
it.
and then
So
but
good.
the first person that would come would like win,
Yeah.
and then the other person would get the spike shoved up
Yep.
their
Right, the
ass.
rectum.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a fucked up.
Yeah,
that was super fucked
really,
up.
and that was the same guys that did the Safe Haven
makes sense.
segment
Oh,
from
interesting.
VHS too. That segment fucked with my mind. Like, I thought it was so fucking amazing. It grasped.
It really
my
reminded me of
interest, like-
Serbian film.
Yeah, and
Really reminded me of
Which I still
definitely
haven't
obviously-
watched yet.
Oh my
Pardon?
I'm sorry.
Pardon?
Yes, Mina, she lent me the DVD. Okay, so
You have to watch a Serbian film.
we watched it
on.
while
It's
we were on
awesome.
tour. It like we had a copy of it, and we watched it, and that night I was like, I'm too fucking tired. I need to see this movie, but I'm too tired, and I went to bed.
It's awesome. It's
really need
awesome.
to see
Yeah.
Really,
It's
really,
amazing.
really. I want to watch ABCs of Death too.
Yes, we still have to watch ABCs of Death too. I definitely love the end of that segment though, the L for Libido that Gareth Evans and the Timo Tjanto did was like at the end, like the guy. Actually, okay. Well, do you remember the part where they finally they bring a little boy?
Yeah.
On the stage, and the other dude that's like getting all excited and like fucking jerking it. He's the cult leader from.
Holy fuck! Yes,
the VHS
Interesting.
2 segment Safe Haven, right? And that guy
like,
is so
skinny,
good
intense.
at looking so fucking creepy. Like that actor
Yeah.
is amazing at portraying a creepy psychopath.
That's really intense.
Yeah, but then the end of that segment is like the girl he is in. He's like on stage and he's like being fucked by a girl, and then she starts chopping him off with a chainsaw, and that is so Serbian.
Which
film.
is exactly what reminded me of Serbian
like
film.
the scene where I don't want to spoil.
No,
anything.
don't.
Well, no, I mean, I know what it's essentially about.
But there is a scene for a Serbian film where it's like pretty much exactly like that scene in El
Like
for Libido.
roles reversed.
Where
Yeah.
it's like the opposite, where the guy is like fucking like chopping the girl with the machete as he's like fucking her. I was like, oh my god,
brilliant.
This is amazing.
But I made Ben watch Martyrs, and he really
Yeah, but
liked
Martyrs
it.
is
Martyrs
good.
is
A
a
different,
Serbian
though.
film.
It's a bit
is,
more
like,
cerebral.
Yeah,
A
Martin,
Serbian film
definitely.
is like
It's
a few
extreme.
levels of in the extreme level. I think out of all the movies I've seen, like obviously Itchy the Killer is up there
It's
and
good.
like the extreme level, but a Serbian film I think surpasses any of them.
Really?
All of
Because
them.
I've seen Ichi like many times.
I've
and
seen a lot of fucked up movies.
it
I
never
love
really
horror
disturbed
movies.
me. Like, I mean,
That
like there was
one
some good
scene-
gore.
There is one fucking scene in a Serbian film that definitely fucked with my
Oh,
mind.
don't even.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucked up scene.
The newborn porn.
Yeah.
That part was fucked.
That's the part that really...
But that's the thing is that
And,
like,
like,
I
I felt
admired it
the
at the
pain.
same time though. Like I admired it that they came up with something like that.
Of course.
Like who fucking sits
There's
there and
literally-
comes up with these
Well, because
ideas?
there's real movies that are
Yeah, I know.
But there's nothing-
real people out there.
There's
like
snuff
that. That's
films,
fucked up.
exciting stuff.
I have to admit though, Martyrs, I was so disappointed. It's not a perfect film to me. Everyone's like, Martyrs is the perfect horror film.
No, it's not
I'm sorry.
perfect.
I'm sorry, but the fucking ending, that ending where you don't know the little whisper and you don't know if she sees the afterlife or you don't know that, and then it just, I'm like, fuck that. Fuck
Who
that
knows?
ending.
Have you seen any clips from the remake? The American remake?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
didn't know
no,
that
they
they're
are. No,
remaking it?
of course, because like everything, like let the right one in and all that shit. They like America
Martyrs
always have
only
to go
came
and
out-
spoil it, taint shit.
But Martyrs
Yeah.
only came out 10 years ago. Not even. Like, why the fuck are they remaking such a good new movie?
Because
It's not even a remake.
No.
It's just the American
yeah,
version.
because
of
it's a
it.
brilliant concept that America needs to go and
Like The Ring?
fucking ruin.
Oh,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
ruined the
Yeah.
ring, but
So,
yeah, okay.
okay, I'm gonna touch on that subject after,
Fuck,
but
that's annoying.
the Martyrs American remake is
Oh.
coming out this year.
Yeah.
Fangoria have been releasing clips of it, and I've been sending them.
Yeah,
to
we've
Morgan.
watched a few of them,
We've
yeah.
watched a few clips. I mean, it looks interesting to me.
Is it
but,
scene for scene?
No,
um,
no, it didn't look scene for scene. To me, I thought that it was a lot more, it seemed sensationalist to me. Like, it was like, where Martyrs to me was like there was gore, but it was like,
It was beautiful.
it was beautiful, it was
Yeah.
tasteful, it was elegant.
It
And
was,
it
like,
was,
psychological.
gorgeous.
yeah, and
It was a beautiful movie.
the clips that I saw from the new one that they're doing for the States was like, just like the typical, like, let's just like make it
to, like-
as like gory as possible and as
a
like
shame.
outrageous as possible.
And it seemed like it was
Yeah.
more like the girls are just trying to escape, whereas like in the original French movie, they knew that there was no escaping
Yeah.
and they just had to fucking suffer through everything. But I have a feeling that the American one won't be as brutal as the original. Like, let's just face
It'll be
it.
more
like,
gore, but it won't be as brutal.
I know, like
yeah, because like you're not actually touching on that nerve that really actually does sort of make you question those things. Like that movie to me, like you said, it wasn't a perfect movie, and like it leaves those questions open at the end for a reason, because those are the questions that we all have about life, and that's like existence right there, you know.
And it also like digs into like true human suffering.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
And when you watch a horror movie, and especially a movie like Martyrs and Inside, have you seen Inside?
Inside was fucking amazing.
Have you seen Inside?
No.
Yeah.
The same guy that did Martyrs, like, did Inside, and
We should actually watch that.
yeah,
that
it's
was
really,
another
really,
one
really
of my
good.
like favorite.
But, like when a
recent
movie like
movies.
that has the ability to captivate you and feel very, very sorry and
Okay.
very like sad for the characters
Yeah.
that are like experiencing that suffering. That is when a movie is really like successful and aims at a goal that like has reached that goal. And Martyrs and Inside definitely did that. High Tension definitely did that.
I don't know. The one movie that did that for me 150%, I don't know if you guys have seen it, Antonio Banderas, The Skin I Live In. The best movie.
Okay, I've heard
The best movie
I've
I've
heard
ever
of
seen.
that movie, but I've never seen it.
Dude, I'm not going to tell you anything. You want to talk about feeling sorry for the victim? You don't know how to feel during this movie. It's sexy. It's fucking disturbing as fuck. And it's a beautiful movie. It's like Martyrs. Like, it's a Spanish movie, like, with subtitles. Beautiful
I've
movie.
heard so much about it.
You need to fucking watch this movie.
Yeah.
It will change your
It's
life.
on Netflix, I'm pretty sure.
It
on
was
the
when I
Canadian
saw it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's on anymore.
It might be
will
on the US still as
change
well.
your life, I
Yeah.
promise you.
But like going back to the idea of American movies finding foreign movies and just making them over, like Let the Right One In, like Let Me In is so
Rotten.
good, and Let the Right One In, it was just like,
Yeah.
like come on. I mean,
The US version,
either
I didn't
way,
like it.
No matter what, the book is the epitome of the story. The book is the greatest fucking
Really?
format of that story.
Well, of course.
The book is fucked up. The book is amazing, but I do agree that The Ring, the American
amazing.
Ring, I think is way better than the Japanese.
It's one of the.
Ringu.
It's one of like there
That
are like
movie
3
is
movies I
fucking
can't
scary.
watch, and The Ring I can't watch.
Yeah,
I won't
like,
do
and
it.
I watched.
Really?
I won't
I
watch it.
bought Ringu. Have you seen Ringu?
I've seen them both, and you know what? I just
See, you should watch The Ring.
shit
again,
like that.
Rachel.
I just can't get behind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
really,
There's just something
honestly,
about like
really
that
scares
that
me.
kind of like it's just a certain style of movie. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
like I like a movie that like at the end of it makes me just like have questions
Mm-hmm.
and wonder. You know, like movies that are truly at the heart of like
No,
what
but
the
that's
fuck.
not fair to say because, for example, movies like. Let's just generalize, like The Evil Dead. I have no questions about The Evil Dead. Brilliant movie. The Ring.
No,
I
but-
have no questions
But
about
we're
The
talking
Ring.
about
Brilliant movie,
like
though.
movies that are in the vein of like Martyrs and you know like
Oh, I'm not saying The Ring is by any means in the vein of. I don't feel bad for the victims.
Well, I
of
guess,
The Ring,
yeah, we're, like,
but
more
the
talking about it.
cinematography of The Ring is horrifying to me.
Yeah,
the
no,
big
I
ladder
agree.
against the
I
thing, the
agree.
horses
You should
jumping
watch
off
the
the
Ring
boat.
again. Honestly,
When
like,
those horses
it
jumped off
deserves
the boat,
credibility. That like the
and it hits the horse hits its leg.
Yes,
and, oh,
okay, the part, like, obviously, like, the part where they watch the video.
Horrifying.
That video, like, I remember watching it in theaters, and I was terrified. Like, I
the
was
finger
actually
through the nail.
so fucking scared. And when the girl comes out of the TV and jumps to the boyfriend in like 2 seconds, I was like, I jumped in my seat. If a movie has the ability to actually make me jump out of my seat, then you are successfre. I was wrong, actually. I want to correct myself. Inside is not done by the same guy that did Martyrs. But it is another French director, Alexandre.
That movie
Desplat.
really actually
But
disturbed
inside,
me a lot.
Inside is disturbing, but I loved it because, spoiler alert.
Go ahead.
The I guess like the antagonist like actually does win. So the pregnant woman does die. And but the way that like the woman like fucking cuts into her stomach, brilliant.
it's fucking brutal.
It's
I like when
awesome.
the bad guy wins.
Yeah, the bad guy
Me
wins.
too.
I love that shit.
And
Me
it's awesome.
too.
It's great.
That's
It's
why I
so
hated
good.
Breaking Bad.
What?
Because
Walter White fucking
but
died.
He might still be alive. He might still be alive.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I'm just kidding. That's like everybody on the internet's like, oh, but he could still be alive. Like, he was still breathing
No,
in
he
the
died.
last scene.
No, he died.
I never saw that.
This guy's wearing a dress, P.S.
This movie's still
Okay,
going on.
I just want to say that, yeah, we've
He's
actually
like-
just, like, gone off on a tangent, and now there's, like, some wizard battle happening.
And also, Raiden is using his lightning bolts to fight the mystic.
Can we talk about how sexy
witch.
Raiden is, though?
You know what,
In
though?
Mortal Kombat?
I
Hello.
want to talk about Mortal Kombat X for the PS4, and Raiden's character sucks.
Really?
And I've been playing it lately with Jason Voorhees, and it's awesome.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's really good with Predator, but
Raiden sucks?
I don't like it. I played with Raiden's character, and it wasn't good at all.
Really?
But yeah,
But, like, Raiden technically is, like, the best, because
Dude,
he's,
I
like,
didn't like
of the
it. I didn't
lightning.
like
He's of the
it.
sky. He can just come down and, like, yum and fuck you up.
No, I didn't like it. And the new,
Really?
Yeah, and Mortal Kombat X for PS4.
That's disappointing.
I didn't really like it, but I did get the Jason Voorhees and the Predator
You had
character.
to, like, buy them, right?
Yeah, for like $5
Whatevs.
each, which is awesome. But,
It's worth it.
My only complaint is the special moves that Jason Voorhees is amazing, but the X-ray attack is okay, and Predator's special moves are okay, but Predator's X-ray attack is amazing. It is so awesome. Like, he basically, like, also when you do it on him, the X-ray vision shows the Predator's face, like, without the mask.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A creepy ass fucking.
Yeah, any gamers out there, like horror fans, I'm sure we're all excited about the Friday the 13th game that's being made right now. And I follow it on Instagram, the Friday the 13th game, the Kickstarter. I actually pledged to it.
Awesome.
I just pledged like $5, like
Yeah,
the minimum
whatever.
amount.
It helps.
That's
Yeah,
something.
But on the Instagram, you can like follow it, and like you can see Kane Hodder is like wearing the suit for like making the game, and like just
Awesome.
for like the kill moves. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so excited for that
That's
game
awesome.
to come out. I'm so excited for that game. But
So-
yeah, definitely if you have Mortal Kombat X, pay the $5 to get the Jason Voorhees character, and it's amazing. All the moves with the machete, they're so bloody. It's awesome.
That's
I love
lovely.
it.
It's not like the Nintendo version.
You
Although
and your
that
friends
game
are
was-
dead.
You and your friends
You
are dead.
and your friends are dead.
Game over. That was one of the hardest games ever, though. I'm not gonna lie. I
You
don't.
can't beat it.
I don't
You
even know
can't beat
how.
that game. Like at the end of the game, it's like the mother's floating head.
yeah.
There's no way you can beat that.
Apparently,
fucking floating
that's
head. It moves
that's
too
as
fast.
far as Mercedes ever got. I never I have the game.
I have
I
it
don't
too.
even know like what to fucking do with it. Light all the fucking.
Sweet.
Okay, so like there's
Okay.
like a final battle.
Okay,
right now,
so yeah, we
and,
actually are.
That
Yeah.
pig has huge tits.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so there's like a fucking actor in like
a pig suit with tits.
pig suit with tits, rolling around on the fucking ground,
Screaming.
You
Fighting
can't-
a man in a toga.
He's like, oh, I can't. I'm moving so fast.
Toga.
He stabbed her in the tit.
It looked like he stabbed her with a fucking corkscrew. Like a wine corkscrew.
Yeah.
Those hands look like the hand from Little Mermaid when the witch takes her voice with that.
Yeah.
With
Oh,
the
yeah.
hand. Grabs her.
I would love that.
What?
To fucking steal bitches' voices.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, like that. I'm sorry. Nerd alert. The Buffy episode with the gentlemen, the creepy guys with the grin on their faces, and they're like, they come from a fairy tale, and they don't walk, they like float like a couple inches off the floor, and they steal people's voices so they can cut their hearts out, and nobody
That's
can hear
pretty
them scream.
evil.
That's sweet.
Nobody can hear them scream because they stole their voices.
Oh,
That is one of the greatest episodes ever.
Ariel.
Also, in my research, there's a band called Mystics in Bali.
Is there really? No, there's
from
not.
California, and I couldn't find them on Facebook, but I found them
That's
on
amazing.
Bandcamp, and their music is very experimental. So it's like the score of a movie, like
Really?
a scary movie. Like it's just noise.
This bitch is sizzling.
Oh, the sunlight is killing the witch.
Oh, no.
It's got cartoon flames on her nose.
Oh, they could have just burnt a fucking dummy. Like,
Agreed.
oh my god, are you joking me? That looks like Nintendo.
It's
Her
like
head
big
fucking
flames.
sizzling. No. Really? Well, good obviously prevails against evil, but...
I wonder how many days this movie took to be filmed.
Well, this bitch probably was only on vacation for a couple weeks, so... Oh my god, is that the end of the movie?
Brutal.
Like, what?
It's like, da-da-da-da, the end, and then here are the credits. Oh, and sponsor.
Sponsor.
The end!
The
Wow.
end.
Well, Mystics in Bali was...
Wah, wah.
That one scene was, like, basically all you need to see was the scene when, like, the fucking head sucked the woman's vagina.
Yeah. Like, when she first becomes the Liak, yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I would like to give a shout out to another podcast that I listen to called How Did This Get Made? Paul Scheer and Jason Mantzoukas from The League have this podcast, and you guys should listen to it. It is fucking hilarious, but they watch terrible movies and discuss how they got made and why. And like actually like the most recent episode I listened to was Hackers, and it was hilarious because I've seen Hackers a trillion times.
That's a decent movie.
Hackers is one of those, you know...
It's a terrible movie, but it's like
quintessential 90s fucking movie kind of thing.
But they gave me the idea of like reading Amazon reviews at the end of the episode, so I did some reading, and this is the best review that I found. So this review is by Steve Z in October 2007, and this is what Steve Z likes to say.
Nice try, Ed Wood made better. Also, Ed Wood, did he not make one of the movies that is on all, like, every top 10 fucking worst movie list?
Yeah.
Planet 9 from Outer Space?
Yeah. Okay, so this
I
is
own that
what
movie. It's awful.
Steve Z has to say about Mystics in Bali. I realize this movie is considered the holy grail of Asian cult cinema, but this holy grail is filled with cheap Boone's Strawberry Hill. I'm a huge fan of really bad movies, so in theory, I should have enjoyed this film. But I found myself fast-forwarding through the last half of the movie.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, same here.
Yes, it is a unique C-flick horror.
Ooh,
I
C,
don't
ouch.
really care. I can sweep bad acting under the rug at times, but geez, I wish the whole island was swept under the curse of black magic or whatever. In fact, the extras on the DVD revealed the main lead actress was actually a German tourist picked off the beach in Bali.
Yep, you're right.
I guess there were some redeeming qualities, like the foam rubber floating head and innards held by a string attacking villages or village idiots. At one point, this chick's floating head thing runs into a window pane and actually spins around.
That was actually, yeah, that was one of the best
I can
parts.
hear Ed Wood in the distance, bless his soul, all the way from the grave, proclaiming, perfect, next scene. Or the animated lightning bolts during the fight scenes that reminded me of the 1978 Kiss movie, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Which is fucked because we were talking about that movie before we started this, and we actually watched scenes, and it's rotten. It's on the list.
I need it!
That is a fucking coincidence.
Isn't that fucked?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll continue. Wait, maybe Kiss stole this from Mystics in Bali. I see a lawsuit.
That wouldn't surprise me.
The controversy ensues. But when you're comparing movies to that, it's enough said. Seriously, if you've waited 26 years to see this, your life is not worth living. People that rate this highly are just trying to impress you somehow with their obscure movie tastes. But by now, you know how I think it tastes. If you eat a bowl of warm mayonnaise for breakfast, you'll love it. Bon appetit.
Ah, that's fucking
Thank
hilarious.
you, Steve Z. 2007.
Oh my.
That is the best movie ever.
That's
His
the best
words
review I could find.
ring on
Yes.
from almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The movie does not hold up. It's pretty rotten.
I think like if you're interested in this movie, just go on YouTube and just watch clips of it. Don't watch the entire movie.
No, yeah, because the clips are actually going to be the best part. Like, there are some really great and hilarious clips. But like I said earlier, honestly, I think 20 minutes of the movie was actually taken up by that bitch laughing. Honestly, it could have been 20 minutes shorter, minus the laughs, and that might have actually cut down on the bore factor. But
she should have eaten more vagina.
Yeah. No, it should have been a rampage. I'm disappointed that wasn't a rampage. It was only I only need 3 fucking corpses of fucking children. No, why not 100?
You should aim more.
Yeah.
Go higher.
But I do have to agree with Steve Z that scene where the fucking head flies out the window and it smashes on the fucking frame and it spins out of control outside.
Yeah. And you can see the string.
Is brilliant.
I love it.
Oh my god. It's funny though because it didn't actually even leave a bloody mark or anything.
Right, because her entrails
you think that
slid across the window.
You think they were
slapping on that shit?
If a flying head with entrails was flying around, air would hit it, so it would probably dry up, right? Don't you think the organs would kind of?
Here's the thing.
Stop
remaking
working.
flawless movies like Rocky Horror Picture Show. Remake this movie. Make it fucking awesome.
Yeah, I would like to see
Stop
a remake
remaking
of a
perfect movies
floating
and
head with
remake
entrails
bullshit
intact.
movies. I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
a lot of good scenes.
the concept and the idea of the traditional Indonesian, folklore of black magic and it's a really weird and obscure and zoned in kind of idea. Like they have a folklore about a disembodied head with entrails and a heart and lungs that floats around and sucks fucking vaginas.
Yeah,
how fucking niche is that?
Well, yeah, because when it comes to remakes, I feel like people are just remaking things that are so commonly known. I feel like if you remade something that was
you could make that so horrifying. Could you imagine? In this day and age, the idea of some sort of horrible jungle hag that's this a witch that
creepy laugh and long nails.
Yeah, that, but that casts spells on some fucking broad, and her disembodied head goes around and fucking kills fetuses. All the Christians would just be in up in arms about that shit. Be pro-life!
Yeah, don't touch cult movies like Rocky Horror Picture Show. Go back to Mystics of Bali.
Yeah.
Fix this movie.
Yeah, fix it.
Fix it, please.
Better.
Fix it.
Better.
Fuck, we certainly could do that. Signing off, the wine is gone, the beer is gone.
Oh, well, we still have a little bit more wine.
Well,
I guess anybody who listened, thank you for listening. This is our first official episode of our podcast.
Which finger?
And we're going to have more episodes coming. And please follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm sure you'll be able to find all the info you need on the dark web.
Oh, yes. The horrible onion of the dark web.
We're also going to have guest stars on this show as well, so every once in a while we'll have a friend come along.
Yeah, people that we know that are very knowledgeable about horror and alt culture and cool stuff and Satanism and sex and all the good things
Rock
in
and
life.
roll!
The devil.
All right.
Okay.
Which finger? Wait, what was the sound that the head was making when it was flowing?
You know the head's coming by when there's some fucking crazy rocket noise happening.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, bitches.
Bye.